Good afternoon to all, respected Honorable Chairperson and Co-Chairperson and all the dear participants. Myself Abhijit Thakuria. I have recently completed my MLIS degree from Guwahati University last year. My topic of presentation is MOOCs and digital equity in India. So before moving forward to the presentation, I would like to give a brief overview of the paper. The presentation focuses on the uses of MOOCs as an e-learning open education platform and the problems related to digital equity and digital divide. There are concerns that MOOCs needs technology infrastructure and for learner to be digitally well equipped. Thus, there raises doubts that MOOCs can bring a digital gap between online learners and the learners which are deprived from the IT tools. Thus, this presentation will give a brief overview of the challenges of MOOCs in India and how Government of India has been promoting MOOCs and online education to approach towards a digital equity in our nation. So here is the brief overview of my presentation. So let us start with the introduction. Here, MOOCs. Here M stands for massive. Massive means many participants or large participants can join. O stands for open for all. Then O stands for online coursework and C stands for courses. So the term digital equity. Digital equity is a condition where all individuals and communities should have information technology capacity required for full participation in our society, democracy and economy. It is important for lifelong learning, social and cultural participation, employment and access to vital digital services. So there are many complex factors like poor technical infrastructure, lack of affordability, poor ICT or disability of learners deprive them from online education. Thus, MOOCs are beneficial for those groups of people who are already educated and well digitally equipped. So the emergence of MOOCs. It is similar to the open distance learning, which was developed by George Siemens and Stephen Downes. But the new platform allows people to interact in a bi-directional way. MOOCs are basically of two types, CMOOCs and XMOOCs. CMOOCs is a platform where course is not structured and participants can share their ideas and knowledge with others. Whereas on the other hand, XMOOCs, it has structured content and instructor provides reading materials and references. So MOOCs in India. At first, the Indian government provide e-education through open resources platforms like IGNOU, EduSet, AARNet, etc. Later, with rapid development of MOOCs, EPG Pathshala was developed in 2013 to provide course contents for PG students. Some of the MOOCs contents developed in India are NPTEL, which is a project initiated by 7 IITs and IISc, which provide courses like engineering, humanities and other courses which are almost free. Currently it is offering about 1500 courses. These courses are run on Course Builder platform created by Google on 2012. The next is MOOCs, it is very much flexible and lightweight, developed by IIT Kanpur in 2014, designed for students in rural and remote areas which have poor internet connectivity. It has interface where learners can switch to audio lecture even their connection is bad. The next is IIT Bombay X. It is developed by IIT Bombay in 2014, powered by open source OpenEDX, which was founded by NEMISET and MHRD. It uses the blended learning model. Then SWAYAM. SWAYAM was launched by MHRD and AICTE collaborating with Microsoft in 2016. Its main objectives of education is access, equity and quality. Its coordinators are IGNOU, NIOS, NPTEL, UGC, which provides all the education resources. So promoting online education with equity. So how the Government of India is promoting education in India? To mitigate the efforts of disruption by providing the courses on TVs and radios. So first is Diksha, launched in 2017 for students for providing courses and contents that are relevant to the school curriculum. It has QR codes on textbooks, through which learners can access to video contents directly by scanning on it. So next is Swayamprabha TV channels. It is a 32 DTH TV channels of high quality content and educational programs for students in rural and remote areas, which provides contents in variety of subjects. So next is Shikshavani for activity-based learning for primary school students, providing audio content. Then the next is DAISY, digitally accessible information system for disabled persons. It provides video contents with sign languages on YouTube and NIS websites, which these contents are very much helpful for the disabled persons to gain access to digital learning. So there are other educational platforms which are developed by MHRD, such as NROER, ePathshala, National Digital Library, which have large amount of collection and resources. So here are the positive and negative attributes of MOOCs. Positive attributes are providing quality education, free and open education, easy accessibility, availability and flexibility, knowledge sharing and blended learning. So negative attributes are no proper assessment and evaluation, expensive to develop and proper internet connection, language barriers, lack of interaction, and learners with disabilities and credibility. So approach to MOOCs and digital equity in India. So how to approach the MOOCs and digital equity in India? So digital literacy. Knowledge of using ICT powers to engage with digital and online learning and awareness is very much less in India. So the MOOCs platforms are still not known by many of the people in India. So in 2005, Rao urges a proper policy initiatives and training should be implemented for digital literacy. Government launches Pragyata guidelines to access digital education and online learning on MOOCs for teachers and students recently in 2020, which is very much helpful in bringing the digital equity in India. So the challenges of MOOCs in India. What are the challenges? The main challenges: the IT infrastructure. India have about 50% of internet users, so online learning is not possible for all. So the half of the population is still deprived of this education, online education. So government should develop the proper IT infrastructure for remote and rural areas. Budget and investment. Single universities and institutions cannot afford MOOCs as it is very much costly, because it needs investment in human resources, education resources, and developing the infrastructure. Institutions should collab with government or other private firms to invest on such a platform. Developing courses on regional language. India is a diverse country with multi languages, so the challenge is to develop courses in various regional languages to provide access to every learner. Adoption of MOOCs and quality content. So MOOCs cannot provide classroom environment, thus adoption of MOOCs can be difficult for learners, for the new learners especially. Basically, quality content courses can help grow MOOCs, as quality content helps students to engage and increase their interest to engage and complete the course. Thus the conclusion that the biggest challenge for India is the digital literacy. This is one of the biggest challenge for India, as many are still deprived of IT technologies and are not aware of such platforms. Moreover, the challenges like investment, infrastructure, language barrier should be overcome by government. But in the next coming decade, MOOCs will bring a tremendous change in teaching and learning education in India. So here is my reference. Thank you.